Hello once again. I'd like to show you guys how I wind these coils. This might be a long video, but for those who would like to see start to finish and how I get this coil like that, just stay tuned and I'm gonna show you what parts do I use and how do I get it done. Okay, first thing we're gonna talk about what will you need in order to wind this. Few things I'll go over each individually, but right now we'll start with main frame that I wind my coil on. And so in front of you you see 5 pieces, and that's what you need for this spool. Alright, so you would ask, where do I get these pieces and what they made out of? So they made out of iron. Yeah, it's definitely magnetic. It's super magnetic. Crap. Just a second. Got it apart. No wonder why. Well, because this comes from the speaker. This is your automotive speakers. I believe they're 6.5 inches, maybe 6 inches. Rear speakers from Toyota, for example, vehicle, or any other vehicle. Many other vehicles will have 6.5 inch speakers on the back, and usually they will have these washers behind the magnet holding the magnet. So you will have to take a speaker apart and remove, knock out this part, this washer, the back washer from the speaker, and you will need 2 speakers. So I would recommend finding some old speakers from probably a junkyard, or you can purchase old speakers and get these pieces out. So let me measure it so you have an idea how big they are. Slightly over 3 inches. They're like 3 inches and 1/16 or 3 inches and 1/8. Also, it has a perfect internal diameter, which is 1 inch, and so this allows you to wind your coil and get a central core to be 1 inch. And then you'll need a bolt, and also you will need a washer. So what I did is I soldered the washer to the bolt, and I also made a hole and I punched the stopper. This is something that will stop this from twisting. And so on the back washer I also made some holes here. I think I'm using this hole. I just made extra holes. So this is the hole for the wire, and this one of these holes is used for a stopper. I think this hole, yeah. So as you see, when it goes in there, it doesn't twist. I cannot twist it, and I can have my wire comes out of here, and this is the hole that I'll push my wire through, and the end of the coil will stick out here as I'm winding it. Alright, so the other side is I'm just using this is a washer, so you can use it as this way, and you can make thick coils, like 2-inch coils. By the way, I had to cut some off, you can tell that this side is slightly larger. I had to cut to I believe it was 5/8. 5/8, that's my thickness of the coil. Just a second, just make sure. Yeah, 5/8. Okay, so in my configuration I'm using this washer backwards. I'm placing it this way, and this will make my winding spool. And another thing, I installed clear tape right here on this side, and I installed the clear tape here. Maybe you can tell there's a tape here, clear tape. You can see a clear tape here. That's because I'm using the resin, and this resin will stick to the sides if I don't put a tape. So tapes prevents sticking. And also I will put a tape here. I'll wind the tape around right here. So as I close my setup, I'll need one nut and one washer that I would use. So I'll place the washer over and tighten the nut. Okay. And then I'll make sure that this is inside, tighten it more. Okay, now it's in, and we'll go ahead and tighten it. And usually I'll take pliers or something. Doesn't need to be tight, and just tighten it. Alright, then what I do, on the edge of this bolt I've cut, let me show you. I've cut 3 sides, one side, 2 sides, and third side here, just to drill. When I tighten it, it will prevent from spinning inside. Okay, so this is what I've been using for 3-inch coil and 2-inch coil. Alright, so let's move on to the next step.